Paul Costabile here. Tim and Raquel Hanley have 5 kids and a very chaotic home. We're here to chat with them and learn how they keep faith at the center of their family. Come on. Tim, father of 5, you're juggling parenthood, you're in a marriage. Then you also have a lot of businesses, a lot of restaurants. How do you kind of keep it all afloat?
Life is very full from the moment that we wake up to the moment that we go to sleep. Taking care of the kids, the responsibilities, the work, the businesses, the employees, the staff. Yeah, man, life is very, very, very busy.
Tell me a little bit about the pizza shop and specifically why the name is what it is.
No, Sant'Egidio is the name. Sant'Egidio is, it's named after a saint from southern Italy, same region, Puglia, where my family is from. And my great-grandfather, whose name was also Egidio, had a strong devotion to this. Saint Egidio, he had an encounter with. The saint lived hundreds of years before him, but he had an encounter where he was run over by a horse and carriage, and this saint appeared to him and literally picked him up off the street. Everyone thought he was dead, and walked him home. And ever since then, he had this like super strong devotion to this saint, this Franciscan saint. It was a little nod to our family's tradition, my first ancestor that came to America from Italy, and to this power that the Lord moved through this saint and moves through all the saints, you know?
And I want to ask how you kind of filter in your faith as a father.
Christ is the center of all things. So I strive really to hold that in highest regard, and then to allow my life to fall around that central reality that Christ loves me and desires a relationship deeply with me.
You may be the least stressed out guy I know. Do you think it has to do with keeping the center, the foundation of faith, a part of your lack of stress?
Life can be stressful, you know. Let me not like masquerade around that reality, you know. You guys understand? Okay. But it is super important, I think, to be able to pump the brakes, take a deep breath, disconnect from the things that are causing stress and strain, and be able to plug back into what's important. Family, relationships, starting with my wife, who's incredible. She's a saint in her own right, just for what she keeps in order in this home, and she's a holy woman for these things, and a great gift in my life.
You both were discerning if you were going to have religious lives, right? And then you found each other.
I was, pursuing a religious vocation as a Franciscan friar, and presumably would have gone on to become a priest. I mean, that's what my plans were at that point in time.
You were going to be a nun.
After I had my experience with the Lord as a teenager, I had dreams of walking down that aisle in a religious habit. But in my heart of hearts, I felt that calling just wasn't for me. Marriage, that is. Until I met Tim, and then, everything kind of changed.
Everything changed.
And here we are.
Everything changed. Everything changed.
5 kids. Do you ever get a break?
No, I do not.
How important is, keeping the faith with them amidst just like taking care of them?
The most important thing is passing on the faith, and that's a priority in our family.
School has changed a lot. As a mother, do you have a checklist, or is it hard to keep faith on the top of the list? How do you keep the priority in check?
People will disappoint you, situations are going to change, and we just have to keep focus on Jesus, because the Lord never changes. He has always been, will always be. He'll never change. He's always there. He's the same yesterday, today, tomorrow. So I think that's key.
The pandemic is one thing right now, but life, especially a mother of 5, is always going to kind of be in flux and chaotic, right?
This is the life of a stay-at-home mom. We're home all the time anyway, so not much has changed for us. On the contrary, like we have Tim home more, which we love. I'm homeschooling now, which is something I've always wanted to do.
You have school time and then play time? Is it on a schedule?
We have no schedule. It's just pure craziness all day long.
What do you say to other parents out there who maybe feel called in certain ways to find faith at it's not at the top of the priority list, and they kind of feel like they're maybe drowning in the chaos of everyday life things, especially now? What do you say to them as a way to push forward?
Just give the Lord whatever you can give him. The Lord just receives us, and he's always welcoming, always loving, always forgiving. He always is, always will be. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
5 kids later.
5 kids later, she gave me a shot.
All I needed was a shot.
All I need is one shot.